up his tent, but some kind of way Elisha sensed that his destiny was tied to Elijah. How can we explain Timothy, who walks away from everything that he owns to hang out at the outside window of a jail cell as an old man prepares to be beheaded? He peeks in the window, handing him books and blankets, ministering to him. The young man understood, I'll never be who I was meant to be without you in my life. Do you hear what I'm saying? There's something about the way you talk. It feeds me. It's something about the way you speak that changes me. It's something about your spirit that motivates me. And I'll never be completed without you. And I didn't meet you by accident. I didn't stumble up and meet you. This didn't just happen. There's a reason that I'm in this place. I'm so sick of talking to people who think that everything just happens. I guess I'll go to church. I guess I'll get saved. I guess I'll move to Chicago. I guess I'll move to Dallas. That's not how it is. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Your steps were ordered. If you hadn't got the phone call that you got when you got like you got it, you wouldn't even be here right now. If you hadn't made the turn that you made yesterday, you wouldn't experience what you're experiencing today. God has been behind the curtain like a puppet master, pulling strings in your life. It's not that you're smart. It's not that you're great. It's not that you're holy. It's not that you're perfect. It's not that you're good. But God winded you up, pointed you in the right direction, released you into your destiny, and you are here and you can't get away. Slap somebody and tell them nothing just happens. Can I talk to you a few more minutes? This means that I'm up under the banner of his will. I'm up under the banner of his will. Even in the midst of death, I'm up under the banner of his will. Even in the midst of pain, I'm up under the banner of his will. Even in the midst of separation and disappointment, I'm up under the banner of his will. Can I take it to the next level? Jonah was sent to Nineveh, went to Tarshish, headed for Tarshish, not obeying God, got thrown off the boat into the belly of the fish, swallowed up for 3 days. Even though God told him to go to Nineveh and he didn't go, he was still in the will. I'm not sure you can handle this. He went the wrong way and he was still in the will. They threw him off the boat. He was still in the will. I'll prove to you he was in the will. It just happened to be a big fish. See, it just happened to be a big fish swimming beside the big boat, so that when men dumped him over, the fish just happened. This is too strong. You can't take this. The fish carried him down to the bottom of the mountains with seaweed wrapped around his neck. He's thousands of feet below sea level, and God sustained him. Sustained him not 1 day, not 2 days, not 4 days, but three days. Nothing just happens. On the third day, the backslidden, rebellious, reprobate, disconnected, disjointed preacher comes up out of the water. And thousands of years later, Christ says, even as Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days, so shall the Son of Man be in the grave. He had to get up. when he got up, and he had to go down when he went down, because nothing just happens. Woo! Oh God, your mistakes were in his will. Your trouble was in his will. Your pain was in his will. I don't care what you went through. David said, if I make my bed in hell, thou art there. If I take the wings of their morning and ascend to the uttermost parts of the earth, God is still there. He was with you in the middle of your trouble. He was with you in the middle of your pain. That's why Paul said, I've learned whatever state I'm in, therewith to be content. I know how to be rich. I know how to be poor. I know how to be free. I know how to be bound. You ought to shout, I don't care where you are, because nothing just happens. Tell 7 people and tell them he's got a plan. He's got a plan. Woo. Whatever God has predetermined to happen, whatever God has predetermined to happen will come to pass. And no devil in hell has ever been able to abort the purpose of God, not once. And yes, God gave you a human will and you're a free moral agent, but if you think that your human will is strong enough to change his divine will, you are tripping. You are out of your mind. God is God. The reason we worship him as God is because he is the CEO. He is in charge. He runs the universe. And when God gets ready to make you, and when God gets ready to break you, and when God gets ready to take you, he's never been without the power to make you yield to his will. He's never, not one moment or time, not been able to orchestrate your affairs, and nothing in your life. Think about the most damnable thing that ever happened and shout nothing. Think about the most embarrassing thing that ever happened in your life and shout nothing. Think about the most impoverished, financially depleting thing that ever happened in your life and shout nothing. Think about the worst scandal that you ever went through in your life and shout nothing. Think about people who loved you and walked out and left you and shout nothing. Think about betrayal on the highest level of your life and shout nothing. Think about the struggle going on your job right now and shout nothing. Think about the attitude of your kinfolks and your family members and shout nothing. Think about how your boss is treating you on your job and shout nothing. Think about that disagreement between you and your children and shout nothing. Think about your past life of